Hi there, I'm Steve Deery, the sales manager of GSL GM City in downtown Calgary, Alberta. I've been in this business for over 40 years and shared a few videos with you that hopefully will make it easier to choose who really has the best car for the dollar. Because as we mentioned in a previous video, if you come to our dealership and you go to two other dealerships, like import and other domestic, shall we say, you're going to talk to three salespeople. And of course every salesperson tells you they have the best car, don't they? Well, there can only be one best. In a previous video, you'll see how I related gas mileage, maintenance, safety, etc., etc. Now I'd like to show you what safety really is all about. This is the Chevrolet Sonic. It is the biggest selling subcompact vehicle sold in all of the USA. It is designed in the USA, built in the USA, and is outselling every import. Why is that? One of the big aspects is, aside from the maintenance, significant savings in maintenance costs, is the safety. So let me show you, I'm going to go from the Sonic down to our smallest vehicle that we sell in North America, the Spark, and show you why GM vehicles across the board meet or exceed the 5-star safety ratings, not just front and rear, but also on the sides, which is the weakness or the Achilles heel of any car. What we've done in our showroom here is we've taken the smallest vehicle we make, the lightest vehicle we make, or excuse me, that we sell in North America, and we put it on its side to be able to illustrate and demonstrate why these vehicles have a 5-star safety rating on every single angle. Every vehicle that is made in the unibody construction, in other words, meaning no frame, your frame is composed of stamped panels of steel that are welded together, hence unibody. Every vehicle has a rocker panel on it. The rocker panel, of course, is one of your subframe members. Now, I keep bringing up the side impact. When you're dealing with the front of a vehicle or the back of a vehicle, you have your bumpers and you're running impact into a long tube. Very easy in that respect to absorb the impact because energy can never be destroyed. So for example, a vehicle going down the road, it has momentum. When you want to stop the vehicle, you apply the brakes. That creates heat. You've changed the energy of momentum into the energy of heat. The same thing is true of the forces of an impact in an accident. You cannot destroy the energy. It has to be dissipated or diffused. So in the example of this, you see sidebars in here and here. Well, a vehicle has 3 hoops built into it. If we'll move over here to the cruise for a moment. One hoop you have is your front hoop. And if you were to remove the skin of the dashboard, the support for the dashboard is not simply there to support the dashboard. You actually have a round or a square girder running from side to side into your hoop. On a 4-door or a 2-door, you'll have another hoop here, and the 4-door would be here, and the 2-door, it would be behind the 2 doors. And of course you have a last hoop in the rear section of the vehicle. Well, if you come back over here, here's one of your hoops. Here's a hoop that gets quite interesting because that is your center hoop. And then of course you have your front hoop. If you were broadside or hit from the side on a vehicle, first of all the energy is going to go to the rocker panel, get diffused into this side bolster, into another longitudinal frame rail, coming down here, diffused into this one as well. So the force is dissipated. Another thing that you have, and how we've set it up, or how General Motors has set it up is, if you come over here, you look, there's a wall inboard of where the door latch is, so the door goes against this wall. Moving forward, you have the same idea up here. Goes ahead of the opening and into your front hoop. So what happens, God, that sounded good, eh? Let's do that again. Yeah. What happens in the event of a side impact, you have your beams in here. The energy is dissipated along the beam, inboard a bit, and then transmitted through your hoops. So the car is going to take the hit for you, so to speak. Moving to the front of the vehicle, most unibody cars have what you see in here. Molded subframe panels, and then they have one bar underneath a cradle which holds your transaxle and your motor. Look carefully, and this is our lightest car. You have a full stamped steel subframe as you would have on a crossover SUV, built into here and going all the way across. So what do you think that does in a front-end impact? It takes that energy and moves it throughout these frame rails. Another point of note, and I'm sure it'll be interesting to watch some of you people shopping against the imports to go underneath the car to see whether they have. Majority of subcompacts in this, or microcars in this category, you have one side frame rail and another inboard. The Spark and everything bigger than it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these longitudinal frame members. No one else has that. And I know we've been talking about safety quite a bit. While we're looking at the bottom of this vehicle, if you'll allow me, let me point out 4, 5, 6 things that make us different. Because again, you're talking to 3 different stores or 4 different stores about who has the best product. They can't be 4 best products. There can only be one best bang for the buck. Over here is a 4-cent piece of steel. This is to prevent road debris and what have you from coming onto what is probably the most important electrical feature, or not feature, excuse me, component on the vehicle. It protects your oxygen sensor. Moving along the exhaust pipe, this is your gas tank over here. All the new tanks, of course, are composite. They don't rust, etc. Coming right beside your gas tank is your exhaust system. Most vehicles will have a heat shield that ends here. Jim spent that extra little money and has run the heat shield all the way across. Not a big thing, yet you add up all these little things together and it's quite amazing. A couple other points while we're at it is most small automobiles, like I lovingly call these things rice rockets, you know, the ones that get you 50 or better miles per gallon. Quite often they have a noisy ride, they feel tinny, you have a lot of NVH, which is noise, vibration, harshness. General Motors is a master at dialing out NVH, as evidenced by our Cadillacs winning all the latest awards for roadworthiness and what have you, and ride quality. Well, you're actually running a double converter system, one that's right off your manifold, one that's over here, so it's a very well laid out exhaust system. And what they've done is to get rid of the flex from an exhaust system when your engine torques and the normal resonances. You have a flex shield over here, rubber mount over here, more rubber mounts over here, and it goes all the way to the back for another triple system. And I can actually hear gas in there, so that must have been from us turning the car inside. Anyway, I hope I've helped shed a little clarity on how to make sure you're getting the best car that is out there, dollar for dollar. And don't forget, GM has a 160,000 kilometer powertrain warranty, 60K bumper-to-bumper warranty, including roadside assistance and including free courtesy transportation. That's why you'll see a budget rent-a-car or enterprise rent-a-car kiosk or desk at every General Motors dealership in North America, so that if you do have a problem with a vehicle, any kind of warranty issue, here's a free car to drive. Please do check out what I've said, and have a great day.